ops and scary as hell. I found a stapler and a box of Earl Grey tea. The commander drank tea? Earl Grey tea? I strode over to the guys, who were now on the other side of the room. Avery had the beginnings of a swollen and black eye, and Hunter had scratches down his face. Even poor Christian had a small bump forming on his forehead. I threw the stapler at Avery's head, and it landed on point. Then I threw the box of tea at Hunter, and it bumped into his back. Easton burst out laughing, and the guys all stopped to stare at me. "Quit acting like dumbasses." I looked at Avery. "We don't live in the motherfucking 18th century. Women are allowed to make their own choices now. Don't come in here tackling Hunter like it wasn't consensual." I looked at Hunter. "And quit beating up your best friend, even if he's being a jealous ass. Whatever you're mad at, deal with it in a mature way." I looked back at Avery. "You're the one who told me that it was okay if you guys share, and now you're acting like I'm a whore." I gave him my biggest bitch look. "Don't you dare treat me like a whore, especially since you haven't paid me yet." The room was eerily silent, except Easton, who was laughing even harder, and I was glad that someone got my joke. I looked at Christian. "Thank you for your help, Christian." He grinned. "Now, Easton." Easton stopped his laughing to answer me.
"Yes?"
"Can you lend me some money? I don't have any, and I'm tired, and I'm certainly not going to Hunter's tonight. I need to check into a hotel." The room erupted in chaos, with each guy arguing against my need to borrow any money, and that there was no way in hell they were going to let me go to a hotel. Frustrated and unable to deal, I bent over to retrieve the papers that were scattered on the floor.
"Elizabeth, of course you can come to my house."
Hunter was next to me now, helping me pick up the papers. They were clearly damaged. There was no salvaging them.
"You can sleep in Riley's room if you don't want to sleep with—"
He glanced at Avery.
"On the couch."
I sighed and suddenly felt a huge weight pressing on my chest. I wanted my home. I wanted to sleep in my own bed, with my mom and dad next to me. I looked into his face and wanted to confess that I just wanted my mommy and daddy. "I'm just tired of not having my own money. I need to ask you guys for food or clothes or coffee. I'm just sick of it." I twirled my hair around my finger and considered the risk of calling Shane. I had no doubt that Garrett was watching my parents and my account, but maybe Shane could find a way to access it without setting off any alarms. Avery grabbed the last piece of paper from the floor and handed it to Hunter with an embarrassed look. Hunter took it with a snarl and placed it in the file. Then Avery pulled out his wallet and gave me a $100 bill.
"That's for this."
Then he pulled me close and kissed me softly, just a brush on my lips. I smiled, biting my bottom lip. If it had been for anything else, I may have been offended.
"Sorry, Elizabeth."
I nodded, sighing. "It's okay." Then I frowned. "Andre is here?" He nodded.
"Yeah, and he looks pissed about something."
Everyone scrambled to fix the room. Hunter, Easton, and Avery put the books back on the shelves while Christian and I fixed the furniture. If Andre was pissed, more so than normal, I didn't want to see what was going to happen when he found we'd pissed all over his territory and then destroyed a bunch of shit. Even though I was sure it wasn't perfect, we left the room in a hurry. Hunter fixed his tie, which was torn and halfway around his neck.
"Where to?"
"I need some coffee, please." We obviously had to deal with some stuff. I held up the 100. "I'm buying." The coffee shop was almost empty this time of night. It was decorated with cherry wood paneling and flooring, reminding me of an old Irish pub. The glass displays showed off fancy decorated treats, and I was tempted to grab one. Okay, several. I ordered pretty much everything, and Christian helped me carry it all to the table. Easton immediately grabbed a pastry, shoving it into his mouth. Avery took a sip of his coffee and gagged. It was hot. Hunter's hand was shaking with anger. He'd taken the file with him. I was sure this was a dumb mistake, but the papers were crumpled. What else could we do? After we were settled, Easton swallowed his pastry and straightened his glasses. Then he cleared his throat.
"Okay. So after I got the book back, I decided to try to figure out a way we could help you challenge Sophia for Alpha."
I swallowed hard. For a moment, I'd forgotten about that. Easton continued.